This is the Patton-S. But before we get into it, let's take a walk down memory lane.
Oh yeah, this thing was fast. I'm really impressed with how this thing performed on the track. Coming around those corners, you have lots of pedal clearance, so I was able to lean really hard. I would say if I could only buy one wheel, and I could only own one wheel, oh, this would be it.
I bought, owned, and took very good care of a Patton for almost a year. Sold it to Kingston, who also treated it about as well as I did. And it's safe to say that Brad was right when he said this.
I truly think that this thing is going to be able to take a beating off-road, take a crash, and still survive.
After the Patton, Liebherr switched over to using magnesium alloy in their wheels, reducing weight. They also implemented some new firmware features that really made the ride feel good. And all that left some of us to wonder, what would an updated Patton look like? Well, wonder no more, because Liebherr has delivered just that. Keeping the same base specs as the original Patton, the Patton-S doesn't stray too far away from what made the original great, while bringing upgrades necessary to bring it up to the same level as the Lynx and Sherman L. Its slimmer magnesium alloy frame and motor bring its weight down almost 10 pounds. Its progressive springs make it much harder to bottom out than its predecessor, and the new firmware features give it the insane adjustability that I love. More about this later. In the past few years, manufacturers have been continuously focusing on making wheels bigger and faster and whatnot, and while the hardcore EUC enthusiasts cheered, those who enjoy smaller wheels felt a bit left behind. If you're one of those hardcore enthusiasts, it's easy to forget that you're in the minority, and most people just want something to get them reliably from point A to point B, at a reasonable size and weight. With the release of the Patton-S from Liebherr, I think we now have one of the best answers to this call for practicality. And this year in general is looking to be a golden age for small practical wheels, and the Patton-S might just be the peak of that. So, what makes this wheel great? Why is it better than the old Patton? Why not just buy a Lynx? Who is this wheel even for? These are the questions I'll be answering throughout this review, but first, let's put this thing through its paces at the jump park and see how it does. We're here at the jump park. Neither of us have jumped in a really long time, so let's just get warmed up. This is Kingston's first time on the Patton-S. He'll let us know what he thinks.
What spring is this?
That's the 70 pound.
I don't know, it feels really nice.
Really? You don't find it too stiff at all?
No, it's so soft. It's like...
Huh.
I think I like this better than the Apex.
Really?
I think so nimble.
We're gonna have to make another nimble counter in this video.
Nimble?
I think we're gonna have to make like a light counter and a nimble counter.
This thing flies.
Those are gonna be the two most said words in this video.
I think it's impossible to bottom out this suspension. I oversent this thing and it didn't bottom out. I really like how easy it is to just throw the thing around in the air. It's so light. How much lighter is it than the Patton?
8 pounds.
That's a lot actually. That's like the Lynx, right? Lighter? No. No,
yeah, well, I mean, the Lynx is the same weight as the Patton, but it's light for a wheel of its size.
Oh. I didn't bottom out there either. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, just getting some warm-up laps in. I haven't jumped since last month. I'm a little bit rusty, but these are some smaller jumps, so. Oh. It's really smooth. Yeah, the firmware's holding good, keeping level, not dipping upwards weirdly. I really like how nimble it is. Whoa, overshot a little. Not bottoming out at all though, because I've got the 70 pound on it. Ooh. Very easy to slip on mud and stuff though. Probably a bit harder to recover on this than a 20-inch. Try doing some tricks and stuff. Oh, wow. So light. It's easy to snap. I don't know why I was attempting that. I can only shift D in one direction. I need to start practicing the other way, but like last time I really committed to one, I crashed. And then Kingston almost ran me over. We'll roll the footage. That was like the funniest crash of last year. All right, I'm gonna go attempt some of the bigger stuff. Hope I don't die. Oh, that was not ideal. I slipped right at the beginning of that. There's a freaking puddle there. Woo! Speed. Woo! Yeah, I'm just not gonna attempt this one yet while I'm still getting warmed up. Whoa, slip. Yeah, this, okay, I mean, I see why I lost it. I don't even have control stepping in this stuff.
Oh my god, so much mud. What's the rebound at?
Rebound, I think it's near the fastest. Do you want it
yeah,
slower?
No, but it's just kind of like bouncy, but it's also like at the bottom. It's like the apex, like it's really cushy at the bottom.
Yeah, that'd probably be the progression.
I definitely notice a difference between the normal Patton anyway and this. Some people are saying like, oh, it's like just same thing almost. But this is actually quite a bit better. It's cheaper too, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, this thing's so easy to throw around in the air.
Are you starting to do like tricks and stuff?
Yeah. It's just like, no effort. Feels good on the berms too.
I feel like they really worked on the firmware of the links, and now they're applying it to all the other ones.
Oh, this thing's so nice.
Hey, so I'm feeling pretty decently warmed up now. I think I'm gonna take a crack at the black line. Getting the wheel tail. Good grip. Last one. Open it. Woo! Sideways landing. Yeah, I'm okay. Almost. Yeah, this is really good. I think if the dirt wasn't so slippery, I would have been able to recover that. But yeah, I think I also just need to get something to eat and or drink. But no, I'm feeling really good about this wheel. Yeah. Yeah, this is a really balanced wheel mid-air and super easy to correct for any mistakes. Okay, this is feeling a lot cleaner than the first run. Let's try not to flub that last jump. Wheel tail! Woo! Perfect. Nimble. That's the key word. This wheel's greatness is in its perfect balance between power and its small form factor. Small and responsive enough to not feel like a weight strapped to your ankles, powerful enough to rely on when you want to push it. What I feel when I'm riding this is not a machine I'm riding and trying to control, but rather an extension of my body. And I suppose that's the goal of all EUCs, but I think the Patton-S is one of the best to execute this goal. The same could easily be said about the original Patton, but I think the weight reduction as well as the new firmware features makes this even more true about the sequel. And speaking about firmware, like gone are the days of being limited to just 3-mode pedal hardness adjustments. Now with percentage adjustments, users can truly dial in their preferred settings. And with the best executed acceleration assist on the market, the wheel feels even more one with the rider. Side note, the reason I say best executed is because if we remember my V14 review, that wheel and InMotion in general do have their own version of acceleration assist, but it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel right. The acceleration is super speedy. You can feel the pedals dip forward as the assist kicks in, but still it takes a second to initialize. There's a bit of a lag when it kicks in, when you accelerate and then it starts pushing you. Same with braking. Yeah, it's not as good. I like Librakims more. I think that's the trend I like about Librakim firmware overall, and why Librakim wheels are the only wheels I ride on soft mode. Other wheels' soft mode tilts rather slowly as you lean, whereas Librakim's does it pretty instantly. Couple that with the acceleration assist that kicks in instantly, and you get the pedal feel that moves with your thoughts instead of after. Performance and practicality aside, Librakim really worked on the general fit and finish of the Patton-S as well. With its sleek top cover and side panels, gone are the days of needing smooth third-party bumpers to protect your calves from the sharp battery box edges. The front handles also don't get in the way of your knees as much, which is a welcome change for power knob users like myself. Alright, so I've blabbered long enough about how amazing this wheel is. Let's look at some points of improvement I think could be made. First off, and I'll say this every time until this improves, the pedals. Make them grippier. Please? Fortunately for me, this isn't a huge issue due to the pads I use, but still, if NOSFET can make cast nubs grippy, so can you, Librakim. And while the headlight is nice and bright, it still doesn't have a beam cutoff, meaning you either have to point it all the way down or blind everyone in front of you. Fortunately, there are plenty of good aftermarket options available, but it would be nice to see straight from the manufacturer. Lastly, I noticed something a bit questionable about the top cover assembly while putting this thing together. While the motherboard is properly sealed, as it always has been and should be, the battery cables themselves seem fairly exposed, as the covers obviously aren't watertight. Now, the secondary covers of the original Patton and Lynx aren't completely watertight either, but they fully covered the entirety of the battery cables and no amount of rain was able to seep in and corrode the cables. The Patton-S, however, has gaps where water could seemingly get funneled into the pits that the cables sit in. Overall, I don't think this will be a huge issue, at least nothing imminently catastrophic. The negative and positive cables are in completely separate chambers, so a short won't be able to happen. The only concern would be corrosion over time. In any case, we've contacted Librakim about it, so hopefully they can figure it out and make it a little bit better. But in the meantime, I still wouldn't be too worried. I mean, just acknowledge that your wheel isn't a submarine and you'll be fine. Anyway, let's toss this thing down a mountain. You're up. You're up. Wow. Oh, this wheel just has everything I love about the Patton. I mean, one thing, as you saw there, with a 16-inch tire, well, technically 18-inch, but everybody calls it 16, is that you need to be a little bit more careful with your line choices. Bigger tire obviously rolls over bumps and stuff way easier. You don't have to pay attention as much. You can be lazy. Not with the Patton-S. You need to be thinking. And I think different people will find each different type of riding fun for their own reasons. As much as I liked just being able to blast through any technical stuff on a 20-inch, I kind of enjoy the more, I guess, tactical and strategic ride you need to employ when riding on a smaller tire. Other than that, like suspension-wise, torque-wise, Librakim's fork-style hydraulic fast-A suspension is just superb. It really is just the best out-of-the-box suspension experience. It's adjustable, yeah, but you don't really have to, I find. I didn't really do much tweaking before I took this thing out, but it's tremendously smooth with a little adjustment. And oh boy, the torque, the response of this wheel, I love it. See, I'm already at the end of the trail and I haven't finished talking about this thing yet. I'm gonna have to do it again. Let's shockingly sittable too. You know, I think seated riding is kind of an underrated, not very talked about thing when it comes to riding uphill. I feel like I can get up a slope easier when I'm sitting down and, I don't know, applying more force with like my butt and shins and stuff, and it's just a bit more relaxing on the way back up to a trailhead. Anyway, this wheel, amazing, phenomenal torque, phenomenal response. It just feels like it's a part of your body. I mean, I said that in the first impressions review before, but it can't be stated anymore how light this thing feels. And you might say, like, on paper, it's 80 pounds on paper. I put it on a scale, it's actually 82 pounds. And you might think that's heavy, but somehow, like, I think just how responsive it is, how torquey, and how the suspension works to aid you vertically, you really don't feel that weight. I mean, even the original Patton, which weighed 88 pounds, felt deceptively light once you were riding it. And this just takes it to a whole nother level, dropping that weight down. So yeah, clearly I like the Patton-S a lot on the trails. It's really nice and nimble, but don't take it from me, take it from Chris. This is Chris. Say hello, Chris.
What's up?
I don't know, do you want to do a janky introduction?
A janky introduction, to be honest, I'm not good at these things. I've been on this trail 3 times and this is my 2nd time at Mount From. So yeah, let's do this.
Yeah. And oh boy, I get to ride the Falcon. Here.
Used to it.
Yeah, and just tell us how it's going, like as you're messing around with it.
Yeah, I'll try to talk. I do talk in my helmet a lot when I ride normally. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty responsive. It's really nice. God, that is so much better. Suspension. Yeah, it's that fast-A suspension. And it just takes the bump so much better than my Falcon does. Like, so much better.
It sure does.
Is that what I sound like when I'm doing these trails?
It's like hard to keep up with you right now.
Woo!
Yeah, this must be so liberating for you going from a 14-inch to a 16-inch.
God damn, and it's not even really 16 inches, it's like actually 18 inches. Like a 4-inch difference in diameter is massive.
You're experiencing what I felt when I went from the Patton to the Lynx.
Woo! Oh my God! This is a blast! Oh crap, this is a huge drop.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not. It's not that bad.
Hey.
It just looks bad. I remember that one.
What do you have to say about the wheel?
I mean, it's great. Like comparatively speaking, just I mean, it's kind of a given, but the tire size, you know, that just rolls over everything so much easier than my Falcon. You know, on my Falcon, I feel like I'm bouncing around quite a lot, just losing connection to the ground, and the size of the wheel allows me to just, like a lot of these bumps I don't really need to care about. On a Falcon, it's like you very much need to preload for a lot of them, or else you kind of just like, the wheel will power over it, but then basically your body kind of comes forward first and then the wheel, and it just, you kind of feel like you're getting jolted forwards, but not so much on a bigger wheel.
And what do you think about the weight? Like, is it too heavy? It's like,
no, it was actually really, it was fine for me to control, and that's coming from a guy who like purposely like hasn't bought any really heavy wheels, and you know, I ride every day to work, and it's, you know, I really prefer to have wheels that aren't too big or heavy. Just when they keep going up with the voltage race and all that, the arms race, like they just keep getting bigger and heavier, and then you lose that convenience factor that so many of us really enjoyed when we first got into this, right? So I really like that they're putting a focus on reducing the weight and the quality and safety features. So yeah, I really love the weight of this wheel. I tried the original Patton when it first came out, and maybe it's just me, because it was a bit hard to adjust to like 40+ kilogram wheels, but this is a sweet spot. Like, it's got tons of power, but you really notice that weight savings. Like, it's so much more nimble. Yeah, it's really awesome. To be honest, I kind of want one. I think I might get one this year and sell my V11.
Sweet. I think the nice thing I like about Floppy Bunny is just how short and loopable it is. You know, with that drop at the beginning, I was kind of worried about clipping the kickstand, but I mean, I've just started to decide to just clear the whole thing instead, so I don't have to worry about clipping. That being said, I don't think this would have as bad of a clipping problem as the original Patton did. I'm just gonna swing the camera over here. As you can see, the kickstand's a bit higher up. So I don't think clipping is gonna be as big of an issue. You know, this is my third time down this trail so far. And like, even when there's technical stuff I need to navigate around, the wheel being so light just means I can like hop and skip and pivot. It's like a dance almost, I love it. I think I made a bit of a mistake choosing the 70-pound spring. Although like optimally I'd choose the 66, but for our demo model, Leaperkim only gave us the choice of 70 or 62, and I felt like 62 would be too weak. I mean, I haven't bottomed out yet. I haven't been taking the most enormous drops, but not once have I hit the clunk at the bottom, and that's probably due in part to the fact that this now has the progressive suspension instead of the linear style in the original Patton. So really just Patton DNA, but refined. It's like a more matured Patton. And I can't get enough of it. So playful. So much fun. So with everything in mind, why should someone get this wheel? Especially when something tried and true like the Lynx already exists. The Lynx has more power, more speed, more range, more suspension travel, more weight. It's bigger, it costs $1,200 more. Yeah, I mean, a lot of you don't even care about all those specs. You just want something light and fun. Fun. That's fun is the best word to describe the Patton-S, honestly. Saying this wheel is fun to ride is the understatement of the decade. I think this is easily a wheel anyone, and I mean anyone, could own and be happy with. Beginners who don't want to outgrow their first wheel, daily commuters who want something that's an approachable size but also want respectable performance, and the crazy enthusiasts who want a fun and zippy secondary wheel. The Patton-S is so versatile that anyone could find enjoyment in owning one. Yeah. Good wheel. Get one.